Testing. Testing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Testing. Testing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Testing. What's up? What's up? What's up out there? This is Professor L. Coming to drop another science to the gods, the goddesses, the kings, the queens, and all children of the Most High. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? You know, I got this little wisdom I want to drop, man, concerning, stepping into your God power. You see, my lectures is always about resurrecting the consciousness of the gods. Man, let me tell you something. Ascension begins when one starts to know thyself. I can't keep going over this over and over again when you talk about the Egyptians teaching knowing thyself and Christianity teaching the kingdom is within you. It's the same thing. In order to get to the kingdom within you, you got to know thyself. But I don't really want to talk about that right now because that's in the Know Thyself lecture. I want to talk about once a person knows thyself, how they start tapping into their God power. You see, you got to walk like a God. Oh, we ain't got no time to play. There's a lot of serious things going on out there. You have to understand how you walk in this world as a master and allow the power that you have within you to control everything that you see going on outside you. Oh, yes, you can do this. First you got to do is resurrect your consciousness. Like I said, my lectures is always about resurrecting the consciousness of the gods. You see, we ain't got no time to be playing no games now, man, because trust me, the Earth's frequency is raising whether you're a part of it or not. And, you got individuals like myself coming along going to teach you these sciences. My job is to simply show the correlation between Christianity and knowing thyself, because I come from that particular venue. So trust me, I know it well. The two is basically the same thing. Just a little things, certain things have been flipped here and there. But like I'm saying, once you start understanding that you start to study yourself, it's like reading the Bible. Reading the Bible and is the same as studying yourself, because you're basically, when you read the Bible, you're basically studying yourself. It's a psychological book. I don't want to get all deep into that. I want to talk about mastering self and understanding that one must, when one masters self, when one comes to know thyself, oh my goodness, ascension, you start walking like a god. Now I'm gonna show you what I mean. One day, one night I was walking to the store, around about 1:30. I think about 1:30. I don't know what it is about 1:35, because I got another story related to that time frame. 1:35 in the morning. But anyway, it's about 1:35 a.m. So I'm walking to 7-Eleven, which is like around a half a block away. So I go to 7-Eleven, and on my way back from the 7-Eleven, I see these two young brothers, these two young guys, I call them young G's, walking down the street, and they're walking across on the other side of the street. So as they're walking toward me, it's like around about 1:35 a.m. And because I happened to look at my phone, when I saw them, I happened to look at my phone, see the time. I'm like that. So when they saw me, now come on, if you're from the city, you know the setup. One crosses over and the other one goes over behind you. So I saw this, I'm walking down the street and I see this. I was like, oh shoot, man, they talking about trying to rob me. So I was just like, wow. But you see, I know who I am. I understand the sciences and I resonate a certain frequency vibration. So let me drop the science on how this story goes. So these two young guys walk up on me, and one crosses the street in front of me, and the other one is on the other side, but he's now crossing the street behind me. So I kind of glance over. So I see the setup. I'm from Brooklyn. Come on, I'm a Bed-Stuy OG. Do or die. You know how that go. We know these type of things. So the one coming in front of me, he's got his hand in his coat. This is 1:35 in the morning time, and he's walking directly now in front of me. Right? So as he walks upon me, I say simply 2 words, 3 words actually. I say 3 simple words to this young man with all the love in my heart. You see, so I saw the setup, but I'm calm because I'm from Brooklyn. So I work with youngsters for 20-something years, so I'm calm. I'm like, come on, Fed, get out of here with that, man. I'm from Brooklyn. I'm a Brooklyn OG. So, I mean, it's funny the way, people say, one day in the morning, you see them walking upon you, aren't you scared? Absolutely not. I work with these same young brothers for 20-something years, man. Yo, come on, man. You got to understand how to vibrate around these young brothers. So anyway, let me tell you the story. I don't want to make this too long because, I know y'all got things to do. I'm probably going to say that in every audio. But anyway, so he walks upon me and he's got his hand like, I guess the gun is, I don't really see it. The hand is under the pants and at the same time it's under the jacket. So, you don't see the hand, but you see the arm going into the, up under his clothes. They wear their pants so low. I don't know if it's look, the pants was low, the jacket was long, the hand was dissipated. So figure it out. So anyway, as he walks up on me, right, I say 3 words to the young man. With the love in my heart, like a father, like a big brother, and like a man, knowing who he is, where he is, what he is, I simply say to the brother, peace, young God. When I said peace, young God, to the brother, you see, you have to understand the power of the tongue. What does the Bible say? The tongue can produce life or death. You see, when you walk like a God, you got to understand these things. You got to understand this illusion that you're walking through. Oh, man, you see, when you study and show thyself approved, then you would know that when the 2 young men walked upon me, it was merely a test from the higher sources. Let's see where he's at in his ascension. Like, I don't know that when you say peace, or when you use a high frequency word, love, joy, or peace, high frequency words, it automatically has an effect on the atoms in your surrounding, in your world. So when I said to the young man, peace, young God, you got to understand the word peace froze him. He could not get the hand out with the gun. I'm telling you, the God's honest truth. You see, when I share my power, when I share these stories, but you got to understand, when the universe is going to teach you a lesson, it's going to teach you a lesson for real. I'm telling you, I got some stories to tell you. This is, the young man walked, the other one is now behind me, but he hasn't started walking toward me, but he's facing me. I'm glancing on my shoulder. This one in front of me is now right up on me. He can't get the hand out of his pants because I froze him with one word. Peace, young God. He's a young, misguided God. Now, why am I afraid of a young, misguided God? I'm not. I worked with gangbangers for years. So when I saw this setup, oh, look at this, cute. They didn't know how much love I have for them. It's called unconditional love. You see, unconditional love is power. I walk like a God. So when they come with their little toolie or whatever it is he was about to pull out, doesn't matter. That's not going to work because the frequency that surrounds me is very high. Oh, come on. You got to know what God means when he said this first 3 fruit is love, joy, and peace. See, I don't come to play. It took me a long time to decide to do this. So I said, you know what? It's time. Because there's a lot going on. Presidential change, people trying to adjust to the new administrative office. You got a lot of fear. Look, once you start to tap into your higher self, you will know that you are the one who is in control of your entire circumference. You are 360 degrees of truth. The question is, what are you studying that you are applying to the truth so that the truth can be revealed within you? What are you studying? Let's get back to the story. So anyway, the young man rose upon me. His hand is now locked because I locked him with love and a high frequency word, peace, young God. You see, once I said peace, once the tongue produced that word, the atoms automatically respond to the high frequency word. This young man, even though he intended to rob me, he can't pull the gun because pulling the gun would violate the high frequency word that I set about. And lower frequency cannot overrule higher frequency. Oh, you got to know what I'm talking about. You see, this is what Jesus was teaching. You got to understand how higher frequency overrules lower frequency. If you don't understand that, then get to Galatians 5:22 and let it list to you the 9 fruits of the Spirit. And then it also lists fruits that are against the Spirit. So when these young men came up to me with these lower negative ideas, lower negative energy, I overruled them with higher consciousness. Peace, young God. The young man froze right there. Couldn't get the hand out. As soon as he walked up on me, he said, peace himself. Sir. And passed me. And I walked past him, glanced over my shoulder. The other guy is now looking at him with this look of indifference like, what happened? What are you doing? Why has he not got? The dude bumped his arm and just waved his head like, come on. And I let them walk and they let me walk. You see, you got to understand, I don't walk through this world with any type of fear. I can tell you, I'm going to tell you some stories that's going to blow your mind. Please, when you see the lecture, real meditation, when you see that lecture come up, you want to hear that one? Because that is a very powerful story about how I was surrounded by at least 40 gangbangers. But you on it. Listen. When you see it, listen. So anyway, getting back to this little story here. So the young men went their way, I went my way. You see, notice the young men came up on me with lower frequency ideas. We're going to rob him. You're not going to rob this God right here. It's time to resurrect the consciousness of the gods. This is more consciousness. You see, when you understand that, when you know thyself, who were these 2 young men thinking that they were going to what? What were you going to do? My consciousness, my high frequency consciousness overruled their lower nature. Oh, come on, you can't. You got to put that old stuff down, and it's time to get with this new consciousness. This how to walk with power like a God. Sometimes when I go in certain rough neighborhoods, you know, sometimes like when I'm driving a taxi, I get out there and I want to meet people, you know, move around. And I go in rough neighborhoods, I look at the brothers, yo, what up, peace? They look at me, peace. What is the fear? You know what the fear? The fear is, doesn't exist. So therefore you create something that doesn't exist, and they then jump on that which you created. In actuality, it doesn't exist. There's nothing fearful in you. Remember, you are the creator of all the images that you see. Not only are you the creator of all the images, I created man in my image, I being the intelligence that runs through you. Well, I'm going to take it to the next level. We ain't got time to play games. I'm going to tell you what Genesis is all about. Genesis is like the Kabbalion. Genesis is the beginning of the expansion of your mind. That's where the universe says, I, knowing that you are a part of this great I, put you in the garden. The garden is your mind. Oh, you know, this is going a little bit too high. Let's go back to walking like a God. You see, so anyway, that day, you know, I learned the lesson, you know, like on the screen of my life. That's going to be another lecture. So when you see this lecture called The Screen of Your Life, you want to listen to that one. I'm giving like my own little promos and previews and shit. But, you know, so like I'm saying, the 2 young men walked away, and I walked away, and I just reflected, and I was like, wow. Simple words, peace, young God. I never flinched. There was no fear. I picked up what was getting ready to happen. I'm from Brooklyn. I've seen these things over and over again. If it ain't like TV, it's like walking down the street. All that played out was at that particular time was a real life movie pulling off in front of me. 2 young men coming down the street thought they was going to pick up a quick little wallet and, you know, jump off. I ain't even have my wallet. I ain't have no money on me. But you know, it was a nice little test by the universe, because the universe is testing. You got to understand. I'm going to remind you, when you get ready to go through a trial or any type of trial, you got to remember God said, I am all things. So that means the test or trial or whatever shit you got your ass in the middle of is arranged for you. I mean, serious, you got to laugh it off. God said, I'm all things. I'm all things. I'm the crook that stole your car. No, think about it. Think about it. God finally bless you with the nice little Chrysler 300. No, I'm going to show you how God works. God always want to teach you a good lesson. God, the universe, Jesus, Buddha, whatever you call the force that you believe in, whatever you call it. Remember, I'm sharing with you my experiences. I believe in the arm, leg, the arm, and the head. Get it? Hint. But anyway, the universe is always looking to bless you and then remember and test you. Bless you and then test you. That's the last little story I'm going to tell you. So anyway, just to show you the universe, how the universe tests you, the universe gets you a nice, new Chrysler spanking 300. Oh my goodness. It's smoking black, shiny rims, tinted windows, 2-inch tires. Woo, my goodness. Yo, tight, nice. I mean, straight gangster 300. And you finally get it. And you can't wait to take this car to church and show them that the Lord has blessed you. I mean, you say the Lord has blessed me. And you go to church and you're promising a few of the elderly sisters how you're going to finally be able to take them home because you just want them to ride in your car and tell you how nice it is. Oh my goodness, that 300, you can tell like 300, huh? Yeah, okay. Anyway, so then you park it and the whole church see you come early to church so people can see your nice 300 all pulled up in the front. You know how you do when you come early while people still pulling stuff out the car, the cake and the bacon and the chicken and stuff. All right, so you pull up there and ask, can I help y'all? You don't even park it. You just block the whole entrance to the church. Anybody need help? Yo, how about parking that so we can get up in here with the rest of this food? Okay, maybe I'm embellishing a little. So anyway, check this out. So after the service, everybody in that, you praising God and giving your testimony for your service. And what you don't realize is that while you up there giving your testimony about how wonderful God has been with this new Chrysler 300, God got a crook out there stealing that shit. Oh yeah, you see, because the universe loves to test your ass. So soon as the service is over, you come out there, the Chrysler is gone. And the only thing that's there stuck to the wall is the little paper license plate that you drove from the dealer with. I don't know why I had to put that in like that. It just had a nice little touch to it. I mean, at least the thief was nice. I'm leaving this for you. Yo, so you fall out. Oh, Lord, my car's gone. Lord, somebody stole my car. You angry because the old church ladies coming around there with their coat and their bag and they can barely walk and they got their walkers. And they said, well, where's the car? Where's the car? You got to have somebody else take them home or pay a taxi to take them home and you got to wait for the police to come. You see, God is testing you. Now you're angry. God will know you gonna praise him while you waiting for the police. Oh, let's get serious with this. God says, yo, how about a prayer while they're waiting for the cops to come? This is madness. Oh my God. Okay, I'm having fun. I think I'm going a little bit overboard here. But anyway, I don't even know how I got into that story. That's a little funny story right there. But, the universe is always testing you. So, a test can come at any time. The universe is going to test you. It's like God want to know if you're going to, stop looking at the guy, with the fly shoes. God want to know, the universe want to know, do you love God if you had no shoes? What if you was in a wheelchair? Do you love God? Oh, I think I'm teaching myself. But anyway, you got to come to know thyself. One of the things that's going to help you to learn to walk with power is to know that all things that you are looking at is you. When one studies higher principle wisdom, I'm going to close out now. When one studies higher principle wisdom, the universe has put this information in front of you, and believe it or not, just like if you are listening to this lecture, if you're listening to this lecture, I can guarantee you're going to get a test in your life experiences. Just look, now I ain't trying to run people away. People are like, yo, hold up, what? Hold up, what? What? Yeah, people don't realize. You read the Bible, you listen to something spiritual on the radio. You have to remember, everything that you're going through is you. The universe, everything that you're going through is you. Even taking the time out to listen to this audio, it's you. This is the decision you made. The universe told me, make this audio because this person who's listening to it right now is going to be listening to it. That's you. So I'm telling you, the universe is trying to bring you power. Show you how to elevate your consciousness. And it's not just through me, it's other enlightened beings such as myself. Because you got a lot of people coming through now with this raised consciousness. I'm just trying to show people, man, how to take what they know in the principles of Christianity, because that's what I knew, and then build it up with higher conscious knowledge. Open your mind. Expand your mental horizons. I'll never forget that lesson I got that day. The universe just whipped that up on me at the last minute. I see these two young brothers walking down the street. I was like, oh, shoot, they think they're going to try to rob me. But, I had mad love for them. And I didn't run, no fear. They walked up on me, yo, peace, young God. And he said, that arm got locked in there. The gun couldn't come out. Peace, sir. And pass me. Have a blessed day, young man. And I kept it moving. You see, this is how you walk like a god. Because when you walk with no fear, when you know thyself, you walk with no fear. Because when you know thyself, you know everything and everyone else. But before you can know, well, I won't say you know everything, but you know everyone else. But before you can know everyone else, you must first know thyself. This is very, very important. You must understand the structure of the human anatomy from all perspectives: psychological, emotional, physical, intellectual, and all the rules. But anyway, I'm going to be closing it out. I just wanted to take up a moment of your time. I'm going to be bringing this wisdom to you and dropping this science. I've been holding this off for a long time, but the universe is like, yo, when you ready, we are ready to take you there. And it's all about ascension. It's all about ascension. Ascension through wisdom and knowledge and raising one's consciousness. That's what this is all about. So I thank you all for taking the time to listen to my little story, my little video. I hope that I have given you a moment of wisdom. I hope that I have enlightened you. I hope that I have possibly empowered you. I hope that I have encouraged you. And I hope that I have edified you. And I thank y'all for this moment of edification because I have taught myself. It's all about knowing thyself. So, again, this is Professor L. What's up, what's up, what's up? Peace, love, Islam.